language. When it comes to social, even no, you get it.
Just to people should be having that in your mind. Teachers suffer.
Yes.
Teachers get hungry. But actually, even us who work in institutions, we also suffer. But because I had my baking school, I used to enjoy it. My friends are there suffering.
She's still teaching. Are we together? I have not. You teaching always. Are we together? So she will talk to us. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, as we are talking, schools occupy us the whole day. When you are on duty, you wake up, you have to be in the what? In the van. You spend the whole day at school. Now, how will you do that side?
You have to multitask.
You multitask. Multitask because you know they are.
When you are free, you go for your own business.
Understand?
Yes.
I think we also need to, as teachers, multitasking. These are skills we learn from how people are doing their things. Are we together? Okay, Mr. Mkambe, how are you managing? You did this and you did this. How are you managing?
Thank you.
Now, I want to tell you, I work with Soccer Without Borders. I am a programs manager. I am a girls empowerment coach at my workplace. I also get into a session. But I'm also a human resource manager here at Teachers in Need. And I'm also a director for my organization, My Sisters Keep. The whole day we are packed. You get it. But how are we able to budget our time? There are people who experienced, you see, he has taught for 25 years, 19 years. How is it doing?
Thank you.
Ask them.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can't do everything. For example, I started as a grade 5 teacher. That is diploma. I was working in Mackay. I became an administrator at the age of 21 in Mackay. But my head teacher allowed me, first of all, to do law when I was teaching in Mackay. How could I do this? Instead of having that comfort zone of waking up at 7, you report at 8, I was a resident teacher. I could report in office by 5, I was on my desk. Do some office work, wait for your lessons, you teach, because law, it was evening. By 4, I had to be out of school to university. After that, I went for my bachelor's degree now in education. 3 years, Makerere, because I put aside my diploma, I applied afresh. But because the school had grown and you are an administrator, and the Makerere evening program for education begins at 11 a day, but calling it evening. So what I did not to rub shoulders with my supervisors, one, I could wake up very early in the morning. I make sure I'm in office, do work. By 11, for 3 years, my head teacher allowed me to go. Then doing assignments. As I left university, you come home, bathe. As you are preparing food, you are reading your books. Currently, I'm head teacher. I'm invited to other schools to facilitate in administration. Okay, I'm teaching because I refuse, because I'm a teacher. I just sit in my, no, I teach economics in my school. I teach CRE and all of that. But I do all this. I've told you today, I came in late because I had end of year. Yesterday, we ended senior 6 exams. I've been in charge of that. I had Tuesday with my director. Okay. I leave office, then you say, and you must be positive. Because like she said, going to organize it for you, organize your.
He keeps doing it like that. So the next morning, picks the books that he has printed out, puts in the car, goes back, parks it there at the office, he sits in the office, work, he goes out again, starts distributing the books. This is how, when I got so happy multitasking. I think this is the best. This is the best way. This is how he does it. So looking into that, you may not need some extra time for the bosses to give you. You have to use this time, sit somewhere and do your thing. Please find ways of squeezing it to do. I remember recently, I sat senior 6 when I was. Any other person would think, from there I come back home. So this is multitasking. I think this is all it.
Take this.
You're going to be the last person.
Failing to plan is planning
It's
to
planning
fail.
to fail.
I have set the deadline. But if you have your program, for example, me the moment I got a call, I adjusted my program, I fixed into today's program. I'm telling you, at school, I'm not rubbing shoulders with my director because I communicated her. There is an invitation I've gotten, so I had to do all the work that I have to do at school. Now I'm here. So you don't create time to fight with others. Instead, sit down, program yourself, and once you program yourself, there are things you don't do. For example, you cannot find me in unnecessary gossiping. I talk to people that matter, and whatever I do, I have to ask myself how it adds value to me. Period.
Thank you so much. I think we are not going to plan to fail, are we?
No.
We are, some of these things are scratching us, even myself. Like, okay, I'm trying to see where I've been blocking myself from being that good teacher. And teachers have holidays, isn't it? How do we use them? It is just a question I am asking. And I've had productive conversations with other people. You know, there are people who are not sleeping. At night they are working and then they are also working. They sleep like 2 to 3. My brother is always dozing, by the way. Yeah. No, I'm talking about it because I've learned from you. Are we together 2 hours? Those breaks that you're having, what are you doing using the breaks? You can do a lot on your phone. Today we are getting new ones also. We can do a lot. Are we together? So I'm not saying we are worth these phones. You deserve much better than this, but we are recognizing. Together, we can do a lot in even 10 minutes. You can be productive. As long as you're doing everything we are sharing here. I hope we are learning. Now, at this particular point, I'm loving the discussion. Teacher, I wish we had 2 days. I feel we have little time. Yeah, teachers have a retreat at the Teachers Development Center here. No getting lost. Are we together? So we all know Ami. She's already there, but she doesn't know most of us. So I want to take this opportunity to ask them to introduce themselves.
That would be great.
Individually. Now, your real self, not the other session. Yourself, your names, what do you teach? Which district are you coming from? We have people as far as northern Uganda here. I could be from Kabaramaido, but I'm representing Kabaramaido here. So please tell us where you're coming from, what you teach, how you feel you were nominated. Are we together? Do we do it popcorn style? Or I start from this side? Hey, Mr. Sulaiman. Okay, you're welcome, please.
Thank you. God is good.
All the time.
Good afternoon, everyone in the room. I am Kirwanile Sulait, a teacher at St. Jerome Emilian's Academy, Kiboga District, Rwamata Town Council. I teach mathematics and integrated science at that school. I'm also the deputy head teacher at that very school. So I'm very happy to be here. And the day I was called that I was nominated, really, I was surprised. Even I felt like fainting, but again it was real. So I was much excited and happy I thought that it is not true, but it came in reality and it was true. So I'm here, the ambassador. How I was nominated?
Who nominated you?
Really, I cannot.
But we had two types of nomination. Whoever I just know with that, most of you who are here were nominated by a moment. This is the person of the certificate. So let them. Most people who are nominated were nominated by online and teachers. But in your amid this over, we have two people who are nominated by students. We went to respective schools and they nominated, and in those respective schools, there are again people whom we eliminated and said, no, based on this criteria, this one is not worthy being an outstanding one. And based on criteria, so it was among the people who were nominated by students in his absentia. And they even did nominate the teachers who are there. And neighbors, if you want to see those things, you can find those videos on Teachers TV Africa. We share everything. The way how they nominated him.
In fact, I had gone for prayer.
They had gone for prayer.
When I came back, I was called up and that teacher, you are nominated and you are the outstanding teacher in our school. So I was very pleased. I was very pleased. So thank you, teachers in need. That's all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nice meeting you. Teacher Apollo Chingugu is my name. Teacher of Social Studies and Religious Education. I work in Kampala, a school called the Victoria Primary School. I'm Arnold, who has written several books called the Excel Standard textbooks, right from primary 7 up to down P1. I'm still writing more because as we talk right now, religious education is also written and I'm still writing more. Educational consult. There are videos we shoot and then on that forum I'm also regarded as an expert there. Every day I receive over 30 teachers raising matters that are affecting them where they need clarity. They access me through that forum and I really got to interact with the very many teachers using that forum. My nomination, at first I didn't know, but I was not surprised when I received a call. Actually, I told the person who called me that, aren't you the scammers whom we are tired of these days? I thought someone was just trying to play around with my mind, trying to get something from me, but later she had to explain. Actually, I put contention. How did I come? How did you come to get my number? What? So she had a lot to explain. Then when she told me, I asked her, who gave you the name? And told me, mentioned the person. And I said, oh, I know this person. Then she later explained each and everything when we were back. So the nomination, I was not that surprised. Why? Because for 3 consecutive years, I've been one of the best teachers in the country as per KROE results. Focusing on how many D1s have we produced in KROE exams. So for 3 consecutive years at least, I have newspapers, New Vision, where I've been there for consistently. And so when I was called, I was like, yeah, people have really come to know me. Then others have also come to know me through the Excel standard textbooks. When I talk, they know the person who speaks. Thanks so much. Nice meeting you.
Once again, I'm Teacher Betty Abe. I come from Mugulu district, but I work in Yandongo district. I teach in Kigumba Center, nursery and primary school. I teach English. I've taught there for 23 years now. And my nomination, I was not aware until when I was called that Betty, you are one of the people nominated. Do you know this person? I said yes. And I was not surprised because I know my work. I know I'm a good teacher. And around, really, I have support. Very many people have received parents coming to the same school. Because of me, I've seen parents traveling from the far north, bringing their children to Kigumba Center, just following teacher Betty Abe. Thank you so much.
My name is Muluka Duke. I come from Entebbe. I teach at the Shua Prospects. It is an inclusive school. I also do sign language interpretation there and the braille for the people with the visual impairment. Here on behalf of teacher Hajara, so I don't know how the nomination came about. That is it. But I'm here on behalf of someone. Thank you.
Yes, Simon Kairige Mokambwe is my name. I'm a teacher of economics and history at my bachelor's, then Christian religious education for the diploma. I've been in teaching since 2004. Way back. Currently, I'm a teacher, Praise Integrated High School in Impedere. Don't want to do. For example, the lady that nominated me, later I was asking, how did I get to this? She put it on their platform, saying, I've nominated our dad for what he used to do. This is a lady that reminded me something I did not for pay. She told me, the day I showed you the sign, I was expecting my period. You man, you went outside and bought for me the pads. You don't know what you did in my life. So she's reminding me something I did and I forgotten. So she nominated me and she even informed the others. So that is why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And you're very happy.
Just like I was when I received the phone call.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Amelia Iga. I am from Berean School. It's in Manyangwa. I'm a teacher. I teach nursery section. I teach all the learning areas. For us, we don't teach a particular subject. We teach all of them. It's in Manyangwa, along Kalaji Road. But I come from Kanungu district. That's where I come from. The person who nominated me is my director, Mrs. Flavia Nampala. She's the director of the school that I teach in. The reason is as why she nominated me, I may not know because she did not tell me and she refused to tell me. I realized that she's the one that had nominated me after I had made it to the top 10, I think. Instead, she told me that she's the one that had nominated me. The reasons I do not know, but to those who voted me, the reasons as why they voted for me is because I am a funny teacher. My teaching is fun. Children love me. I have daughters, I have sisters. I call myself a grandmother when I'm with them because I want them to feel like they are at home. Children want to be in a place where they are accepted, which is comfortable for them. So I am all those things at school. I have 2 girls who want to be teachers and be teacher Amelia. Not just teachers, but they want to be Amelia, so that when I'm sick or when I'm not away, they can teach the class that I'm supposed to be teaching. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Namirembe Yudaya. Naminaka.
Could you be a
Machindi.
little more audible?
Namirembe Yudaya from Minaka, Machindi. I was nominated by my fellow teachers. That day, Teachers TV Africa came at our school. So my teachers nominated me to be their outstanding teachers. So I was called down there. I was still conducting my lesson. I refused to go down. I told them I'll still be there. They waited for me until they came to my class. Then I don't leave my life. So someone is calling me, they are down. I first asked, is it urgent? So I leave them in the status. That status, then I've already prepared them. So they waited for me until they came in my class. They also joined us. I taught them. So that's how I was nominated.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Okokes Leonard Osakaise. Someone loves that name, third one. And I'm a teacher and also a head teacher. Those two things are different. A teacher and a head teacher. In the Outspan Primary School, Outspan is found in Waise in Kawempe. But I'm a born of Busia. That's at the border, Uganda and Kenya. I have been in that school for 17 years. And I joined the school as a classroom teacher. Sorry, as just a teacher, then became a class teacher, a director of studies, a deputy, and a head teacher. A head teacher now for 12 years in the same school. It is a Scout-founded school where we teach the most vulnerable. Yes, children from the streets and the suburbs. So I didn't know I had been nominated until on the 30th, I was doing a certain course, sports administrator's course, and somebody called me. You've been nominated on the 30th of November as an outstanding teacher. Yes, I've been seeing the adverts because I follow Teachers in Need and the Teachers TV Africa. I saw the adverts, but I didn't pay attention because it was a busy time when we were preparing for PLOE, candidates and the rest of the things. But when this lady calls me, I say, who really nominated me? I said it is okay. He said, send me your details, and I sent. But I didn't know who nominated me until I think the day they sent us the links to begin voting. So I posted the link on my staff group, WhatsApp group. And I said, somebody whom I don't know nominated me, and please, I'm asking you to vote. So that is when one person breaks the silence on the platform and said, I am the one who nominated you, and I wanted it to come as a surprise because of the outstanding service you are doing. And I realized he's my teacher, one of my staff. And when I followed deep into, he told me they sent as a group, director of studies, teacher. It was a big group and they agreed on their points. Then I had to beseech them, please, can I look at the points that you sent? And he sent me a screenshot. I was surprised. I didn't know people appreciate the service we give sometimes until it comes to a moment like this. This is when we can know that the people you are leading appreciate what you are doing. So some of them were how I handle the staff, the salary payments, the savings, very prompt. Then they talked about how I deal with the children, the positive discipline, like you said. Then when you come to school, I don't know, I think there is only one person here that has ever got a chance to be there. The urban farming, the school is always shining, plants everywhere, even on top of the storied building, everywhere. And I introduced it because when I was doing my grade 3, I was an agriculture minister. Yes. So I had to push this down. And many other points that he put there. So when I read this, I felt really, who am I? To be appreciated. Leaders, in most cases, it's very hard, more especially in such a situation, for leaders to be appreciated by their own staff. Because you have to push them, do this. So seeing it that is my staff that nominated me, I really feel very great. Actually, I treasure my presence here today. Yesterday I was in Busia. My sister today, we have in-laws, and I'm the elder brother. My younger sister is having in-laws there. I said, no. The other thing is appreciating my profession. So I've left to them, I had to set everything, and I said, I must be here. And I'm here. Thank you so much. And thank you for recognizing us as teachers. You have made the people know. I don't know how far the link went. It's only God who knows. Because if I begin counting, it may have gone thousands. But you know, those who respond to vote are those who are really keen. Yes. So thank you so much. And continue doing this. You inspire us more. Next year, I know I'm going to do my best. No.
Thank you so much once again. My name is Kasero Simon. I am a teacher at Emily Sada Passion Primary School. It is in Bombo. It is affiliated to a certain, Emily Sada is an acronym for an organization. It actually stands for Music, Life Skills and Destitution Alleviation. Affiliated to an organization that rehabilitates vulnerable children, specifically street children. At Emily Sada, the school, I joined as a teacher, like my colleague has been saying where he is. I kept getting promotions to Director of Studies, then head teacher, so I'm now heading the same school. Wow. Besides that, I'm also a social worker with a diploma in social work and social administration, and I'm actually practicing both professions. As I teach, I also do the social work. That's why I'm able to work with the organization, and I'm also an author who has so far written one book entitled Stress and Self-Doubt in Perspective. And it is the same book. As soon as it went out of the printer, I think it's the one that sold me to some organizations, so I'm now volunteering with the Strong Minds Mental Health of Bugolobi offices and at the Office of the Community Empowerment Officer. So this is it. I am very grateful to practice two professions at a go. As I said before, I love talking to people, and I feel very grateful when talking to young people, especially when I'm trying to show them the right path. I am only writing I'm writing on mental health, especially in children. That's why I'm teaching psychosocial skills to them. Sometimes it's called the counseling and guidance, I think, in adults like us. So when it comes to that area, I think I've I've touched the lives of many, and I look forward to working with more, actually, most of the organizations in Uganda, especially those organizations that are doing a lot of work, commendable work, to impact the lives of the children. Thank you so much. I think that is all.
You know, when you said, I think that is all, I thought there's a lot you wanted to tell us. But because of time, and I've also realized there's a lot we can tap from each one of us. Yes, there's a brother there with a book, let's support him. And it's actually for us. We can tap into so many things. We are seeing, you are saying, what is blocking us? But he has just told us that you can do a lot, you can be a lot, even in this short time that we've been given. So, I mean, this is us. I don't think I'm nominated, so I will not introduce myself. I wasn't called. So, this is everyone here. Some are from northern Uganda, central Uganda. You had to leave the negotiation. From our culture, negotiation is important. The number of cows, the elder brother has to have a say. Rebecca should be taking 12 cows, 6 goats. That is what he has missed. Because he is a teacher with purpose. He is called to be a teacher. So at this point, we are going to have some food. Eat something. Outside here, as Ami leads us, we get something to eat. But I'm also cautioning us to be as fast as possible. Okay? It might not be to your desire. Some of us want ATAP, but it is it. You're welcome. But ask Teacher Kwara to pray for the food before we march out.
Okay, thank you very much. For the food, I'd like at least I need to say something because they're wondering. They're saying, who is? Most of them might be saying, Ami. But most of them are having that question. These people brought us here to sell us indirectly. So can you say something?
Do you want me to just introduce myself and then speak again later?
Later.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Amy Peterson, and I work in the Public Engagement Office of the U.S. Embassy here in Kampala. I was a teacher for 2 years, and I have huge respect for the teaching profession. I think teachers are one of the most important professions because they raise the next generation. No matter what you will do in your life, a teacher must give you education so that you can be the carpenter, the president, the doctor, the engineer, the teacher. We all need educators. And so I'm incredibly impressed by the work that you are doing across the country, teaching, leading schools, writing books, social work, working with students of all ages and abilities. You have a remarkable group of people in this room, and I'm honored to be here with you today. After we eat, I will share some more about what the U.S. Embassy is doing and some of the programs in my office, some of which Teacher Peter here knows about. But I will share with those after lunch. And I hope that you will let me join you for lunch as well, and I can hear more about your schools and your students.
Okay, so kindly that action.
Okay.
And may God bless our food, dear God. Bless our food which we are going to eat. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Okay. Grandmother, who you play?
No, the grandchildren are at home.
Remember, this one not away. I'm also bringing juice. sogenda kuno wansi waliwo olukyalo.
We are breaking boundaries everywhere. Especially private schools. Is the public school? This is for you?
You can even add the third form. On your lights. Yes, thank you for this. You can go to this great find.
Thank you for this arrangement.
Thank you too for the great work that you do.
You're welcome.
Nice. One night. For information, I think she's Teachers TV Africa. She will tell you what it means, what is Teachers TV
Because I think for him is very good with the city. Yes.
So they collected their points and gave them points.
I know you're proud of what the university does. I have good quality.
No, they do. Just online.
So how did you get to this? So they actually, we applied for a grant at the US Embassy. They didn't get the grant, but they applied for it, so I read their application. Okay. And then, yeah. I mean, I think it's wonderful what they're doing. And there's, sports is a great way of teaching leadership skills. You know, you teach a lot of the characteristics that people need to succeed through sport. Healthy living, leadership, equality, respect, teamwork, all kinds of what you're doing in sports. Oh, yeah. Very supportive of the procedures. It's actually the second country that allows Good afternoon, how are you? Very good. Likewise, enjoy your meal. And more still coming in. What do you do?
Just couple enamba eyo ndikopolo ku mangu mangu ndikopolo kusimule mangu
What's your connection? My name is Amy. I'm with the U.S. Embassy.
Yes.
Everybody used to want to
You use that your phone. I just
What does it take to be a
There was something I want to phrase.
Do you actually make money off it?
I'm not the point
Is it enough to support you?
There are administrators that don't allow
It
their
supports
staff.
you? It's a full-time job?
They want to really make teachers.
That's great.
Small things.
Yeah. No, I watched a video the other day of a Scottish man, and he works with cows. And he cleans cows' feet. It's his business, and he helps take care of cows. So he started a YouTube channel videoing what he does with cows' feet. And it became super popular. And yeah, it went viral. I can't imagine someone. I know it's really, but then he got sponsorship because there's companies that sell products for cows' feet, and they sponsored him. And now he makes more money from his YouTube channel about cows' feet than he does as he's sort of like a veterinarian. But he makes more money with that. And I think because he's a very good character, he likes talking, he's good in front of the camera, and he tells a good story about how he fills cows' feet. It's incredible. I mean, lots of money because of the sponsorship.
This idea of when he just
Yes. I know, it's very, I saw it.
Yeah.
They're more likely. And that makes sense because I'm not a farmer, I don't know about cows, but I find it fascinating because it's unknown. Yeah, I mean, do you want to see one of his videos? Yeah.
The thing about YouTube is it wants to promote creativity. It wants
Yeah.
to create someone creative. What to do?
So his YouTube channel it's called The Hoof GP. Hold on. So GP is like general practitioner. The what? The Hoof GP. Okay, so this guy. I know it's crazy. And he's just like, he's a nice guy, he speaks with a Scottish accent, and he has like a formal channel, there's his sponsor.
Will always be proportional.
I know. But okay, so then he's filming, like, it's like the cow's hoof, and he's taking a nail out of the hoof. So
So he helps cows that they have problems with their feet, and he helps. It's like a veterinarian, you know? But it's in Scotland. But it's like super unique, right? Like I would never. Like,
Exactly. You never imagine.
yeah, but it's a really good business. And now he goes and he speaks at schools, and it's like he does public speaking about how you can turn your business into a motivation. And his videos also include like life lessons, and that he talks about like taking good care of animals, and helping animals, and raising your family, and respecting your farm, and traditional Scottish farming. It's just, it's really interesting. Yeah. Other things before you do it. Exactly.
I imagine I'm very sure that now learning more about it. I don't have